We're gonna make a cut there because we need to turn on some sexy new music that sets the sexy mood. And the sexy mood is, oh shit! It turns out Inco's gonna cheat. That's a little too much. We're not quite there yet. You know what? I like this one song a lot. It shows up when you first see Solly, and it's great. They desire you to breed, Inco. Quite common once parents get above 50. Suddenly they look at their adult children like Pokemon, and they want to waltz with the modest trait. You know, they want a new kid, and they're not going to have one of their own. You're going to have to provide that child. I don't know why. This song's just so fucking good. Like, it's used for Sully at first, but fuck if it's not just a good song for, like, this man is going to grind you into paste. It's used so well, right? I still feel that the demo scenes are of a completely different story and game. And I want to see it because it feels like it would be more lighthearted and kind of goofy about it. Anyway, then they should have fucking finished it. And I made Lunera, you know... I tapped out a TTS reply. Just contemplating if I should go back inside and get my dad to come out and shoot you. She stopped in her tracks. Yeah, Inco, that's... What the fuck, Inco? What the fuck? The snarl deepened. Why are you here, Mia? Oh, wait. Why are you here, Mia? She stood in the cold, staring at me. After a beat, she cocked her hips and crossed her arms, adopting her patented bad girl pose. She was upset. I was pretty sure steam would be coming out of her nose, even if it wasn't just about freezing. What the... I'm just asking. What the hell did you do to Ben? She finally asked. I blinked. Inco, please. Don't talk about blinking. Talk about Blinks, the cat. What are you talking about? He's been a blubbering, annoying little mess for the last 2 days. He skipped school. Mr. Goody Two-Shoes himself. And it happened after you slapped me Monday. I love that clap. Oh. Oh, the clap. It's such a shame. This song does not work, given the serious tone the story takes. It really doesn't. Because this song is more like, oh shit, this is a really bad situation, but don't worry, it's a cartoon, it's fine. I noticed if it leave out the part where she shoved me to the ground and was going to pummel me. I think it's impressive that she stick to slapping. She seems like the kind of person to elevate it to punches. We talked? Talked? Listen. Look, loser. We're talking right now, and I don't see anything that make me want to stop crying except about how annoying you are. She was like an entire toxic comments section under any given huge Snoot video. That's an Anon statement. Anon knows about that stuff. Inco is like, oh, you know, they're just having a conversation. Yes, we talked. He visited me in the hospital on my request, and we talked. Well, nothing that's ever going to come out of your mouth ever sounded intelligent enough to make Minnie sad. So what'd you say? Harsh. She leaned forward to emphasize that last point, but otherwise held her position. Looks like that threat about Dad coming out to settle matter was holding for now, even if it was a lie. Is that why you didn't go with your dad so you could have this meet? You could do this literally anywhere else, author. You could do this in the morning, before they go to school or something. I don't fucking know, but you don't need to create this artificial situation. Where's the deal, even? She insulted Ben almost as much as she insulted me or Olivia. I had a very hard time believing that she legitimately cared. Is this like Dragon protect its horde situation? Less about the loss of wealth and more about the hit to the ego? She had poor impulse control, while the threat about my dad might make her stop now. It wouldn't hold if I riled her up. Play it cool. Yeah, says you idiot. You're the one escalating shit around here. Oh, I'm getting distracted by my own writings. I've been writing a lot. I'm just not uploading. I just don't feel like it. There's just a part of me that can't quite upload. It's hard to explain. I asked him what his deal was and why he kept throwing me and Olivia under the bus. We talked, and he explained to and told me about his condition. My tedious voice explained. After hearing that, she clicked her tongue and looked away. Okay, so that was as need to know as I expected. That was part of the need to know. That was part of the need to know group. And that look to an what? What? I don't get. I feel like I'm missing a manner or phrase here. He said that me and him had a lot in common, partially because of that. She snorted derisively. I've seen more of you than I wanted to see it to this year, Baldy. And I don't mind sharing much of anything with Ben. I don't see you sharing much of anything with Ben. Other than the camera fetish. I ignored that one. Inco, you don't even know what a fucking fetish is. Trying to bring up that I hadn't mentioned cameras since before was useless information and just play into a banter battle. She had years more experience than I ever would. He also told me how he ruined his relationship with Olivia. She still wasn't looking at me, but I could see in the light coming from my house. What? What? She still wasn't looking at me, but I could see in the light coming from my house that tweaked her eyebrow. But we're having some weird sentences here. Did he? It wasn't said as a question. Yes, I promised I would not tell anyone about the condition, and he left. He was not in school today. Oh no shit, he wasn't. He was at my place, moping and blubbering. He just sits at home with me all day and just. The fists ball up, and I flinched back, expecting her to jump at me. But she snaps around and stomps away. Every step she took looked like she was trying to do as much damage to our driveway as possible. She isn't going anywhere specific, just stomping her way around aimlessly until she eventually loses enough steam to compose herself. She walks up, her breath quickened, gets within arm reach me this time. Was that it? Preach. I got 4 documents I'm hiding from God. No, these are things I wrote to upload. So the fact I'm not uploading them is the thing, right? It's like I wrote this to put it up there, but I just don't want to. On one hand, I'm annoyed with the crowds that I draw. On the other hand, also doesn't feel done yet. I don't know. Maybe in the future when I stop giving a shit, I'll put it out there for people to see. I just feel like these people wouldn't appreciate my... Not necessarily the quality of writing, but what I'm going for idea-wise, you know? Because everything else out there is so far removed from what I'm doing. I'm going a whole wacky direction. I can't expect people to just be on board with that day one, you know? Big ask. That is all we talked about. Why? What is he saying to you? None of your business, Skinny. I take a step back reflexively. When she doesn't actually make a move, I sigh. What do you want, Mia? You don't drive all the way up here just to tell me whatever this has been. She snorts a cloud of misted breath into my face and then pulls back. I don't fucking know what I wanted. Maybe I wanted to pound you into pace for hurting Ben. Maybe I didn't. I could do whatever I feel like. And fuck you for questioning me. She spat. Her arms crossed again, but she didn't shift her hips. This wasn't bad, girl. This was just upset. Look. Oh, wait. Look, I will talk to Ben when I see him again. We didn't part on the best of terms, but I think we can at least understand each other now. I don't think I said anything hurtful to him, so maybe he just felt bad and came to you for support. For 2 days? Ben fucking McKnight acting like a preteen who lost their cush. She dismissed the idea. Actually, I think that if you removed she snorted and just made it she dismissed the idea, that has a comedic tone to it, you know? It's like, yeah, no fucking shit. Why not? The whole thing with Olivia was something he had been carrying for years. Did he not tell you about it? She froze. That's a no? He told me you were the only person in his life to know about his condition. His lifeline enormous. Wait, he told me you were the only person in his life who knew about his condition. His lifeline to normalcy. No response. He told me that you got him taking his meds once and that you didn't judge him for it. That meant a lot to him. And hearing that, Mia's mouth curved into a smile. Not the mean, cruel smile I was used to seeing, but no! No! Don't make Mia nice! She did that as a fucking asshole, unless she has, like, anger management issues and she legitimately has mental problems. But you gotta go there, buddy. Her eyes were staring off into the space down the street. She was reminiscing. Oh, that fucking nut. I saw him taking his civic duty to go over them and mess with them over it. What kind of stupid ideas of a civic duty does this chick have? She's a bully, Inco, you fucking moron. It's because it's fun. I was a bully once. You do it because it's fucking fun, you idiot. What a dingus. What a fucking idiot. Gave her a moment to continue. I pushed him into a corner, snagged the bottle. I was expecting something lame like allergy medicine and bullshit. But seeing what it was, oh. I looked down at his dumb blue face and he just came across like the smallest, saddest, stupidest little puppy at the store. Honestly, if it had been the first half of the year, I couldn't have seen it. Ben spent the whole time looking like he was on top of everything. Again, a weird character set that just gets ignored. It's introduced, but it has 2 beats, but it needs the third. It needs the middle beat, where we already know it's going to happen. We never really get a good middle beat. But thinking back to our talk at the hospital, when the mask came off and he fell apart in front of me, yeah, I could see it. She gave me a dry chuckle. You see it too then? It was like this dumb baby. And I guess part of my motherly instincts kicked in. I just needed to protect him. You can't make her serious about that. Rap to Jesus. The idea of me having motherly instincts was weird. Please, Ben, for the love of all that is good, use protection when you bang this chick. For the good of all future generations, do not breed with her. Okay, listen. I think Inco is not developing into his own character. I think he's just turning into Anon. Cause, like, Jesus fucking Christ, Inco, where's your chill? I'm not talking about just the chill of being Inco. I'm talking about his word choice is getting like, I don't know, Inco, you need to see a doctor because you clearly are starting to have anger management issues. And again, be fucking cool if that's because, you know, you bumped your fucking head because you know, psychological problems caused by physical trauma is just an unexplored concept that no one wants to fucking talk about because everyone's like, no, because that means my free will gets infringed. God wouldn't stand for that. Shout out to the man with the fucking rail inside of his head. I think he turned into an asshole because of it, too. Anyway. But again, it feels kind of weird for him to be this... Like, why are you like, this has to be genuine, instead of her just being like, oh man, this bully is protecting her easiest victim. So I told him he was mine, and he looked, happy about that. Which is a stupid response. What kind of moron gets their biggest secrets out and falls into relationships and actually happy about that? He said you meant a word to him because you treated him normally. So, you actually like him then? My digitized voice flatly stated. Wasn't intended as a question, more of a statement of fact. Oh, rap to Jesus, you're so dense. Obviously, yes. So why do you treat him like shit too? I do not. She snapped her head around, focusing at me. You throw insults at him. Almost. Hold up. Oh, that's part of the song. He's morphing into Anko. I don't like Anko. Anko is cursed. Or blurshed at the minimum. Get him out of here. Get me the spray. Let's spritz him out of here. Throw those insults at him almost as much as you do me and Olivia. Those aren't insults, Baldy. Those are playful pet names. Why's there a space there? If I was insulting you, you'd know it. Oh, good. Apparently she had a secret membership level of awful shit she would sling out. Lovely to know that we've been getting all year. Well, we've been getting all year was this a child here. I'm impressed, considering, you know, the shit that happens. I shook my head. So you love him, and he obviously loves you. Yeah, we've established that. Move the fuck on, pal. So then what is your deal? You got a bullying quota to me to take away your license. And that got a legitimate laugh out of here. It was almost unsettling to hear. Whoa. I forgot you can actually be funny. If you were like this more often, you wouldn't piss me off so much. At least I have my moments, I replied. Too many... Yeah, it really feels like this guy edited this scene a lot, which, by the way, you should. It's a very tense scene. You want to make sure that it flows properly. But, like, come on, man. Copy-paste mistakes like those do not fly with me. inhuman scream before scuttling away. Oh, the miracle of childbirth. I remember when I jumped out of my mother's stomach and ran away under the bed and snapped at the doctor. I told him I wanted 350 for a vending machine, and he was so proud that I already knew the numbers 3 and 50. I just wanted some potato chips. We stood in silence for a few moments before she let out a long sigh. I don't know what I was thinking. This is without it, she said, shoving her hands. You probably should have shoved those hands in those jacket pockets before, considering how cold it is, and she's a dinosaur. Like I said, I will talk to Ben next time I see him. I was honest about what he talked about. My digitized voice answered back. She looked me over with a discerning stare. Sure, whatever. I'd say I'd get out of your hair, but you're fucking bald, so bye-bye. She turned to head back to her car. Sorry about hitting you. She stopped and turned around, that snarky smile on her face. Oh, that was a love tap, retard. No, but what I was gonna do to you was gonna be hitting. I frowned deeply at her. But I'll admit, she raised a hand to rub the side of her face where her head had bounced off the floor. No one's actually hit back in a long time. I shrugged. I feel bad about letting it get to that point. But honestly, I don't regret the hit myself. Hit itself. You had earned that. She walked back over to me and stared directly into my eyes. I stood firm. After a few moments, her eyes shifted and she blew a puff of hot air into my face. I didn't flinch. Maybe you're not a total waste of space after all, she said with a smirk. Wasn't the normal mean girl smile, though. Looked like she was almost approving of me standing up to her. Honestly, I'd sooner say that she, you know, I don't know, Inco, but she's not the kind of person you should be getting compliments from. She turned an about face. Isn't that one word? And walked back to her car. Just before she climbed up, she placed an elbow on the roof of the car and looked at me again. Remember, Baldy, life's fucked. You gotta fight for those that are... What are you talking about, Mia? Why is she getting the fucking face turn? Then you'll lose it. What? This is so fucking weird. Like, really? After all this, we're gonna do this? I'm still thinking about that fucking cat. That's like drowning in like cat kibble. And someone pours more over you. Sad times, buddy. Sad times. No, I'll see you later, I TTS'd. She laughed. No, you fucking won't. What? You and your precious girlfriend are safe from me. They expelled me for jumping you. I was struck back. Oh, shit. Mr. Ferris really did bring the hammer down. Good on him. Oh, that whole school was a hole filled with nothing but bullshit anyway. I was happy to hear about it all falling apart from Benny. What were you doing? What will you do now? None of your business, Baldy. Fair enough, it really wasn't. Oh, one last thing. If you see those two bitches again, just tell them I hate them. She said and ducked back into her car. Must have meant Lunara and Kiara. I don't think I'd tell them much of anything if I could avoid it. Your relationship with them is kind of fucked up. You know that? The engine roared to life and the tires squealed as she peeled away from the curb and gone into the night. I stared at the spot. I last saw the taillights for a moment longer before letting out a sigh and heading back into the house. Opened the door. Found Mom standing there, phone in hand. You okay, sweetie? I heard a yell and was going to call the cops if I needed to, she said, concern etched onto her face. Yeah, it's good. We've sorted it out, I think. She leaned forward and brought me into a gentle hug. Proud of you. Thanks, Mom. I think I'm proud of me, too. I don't know, man. I don't know.